I've been seeing this on my home feed for at least 10 days. Why the music business is terrified of BTS. Mm. They are scared. They are terrified.
On April 3rd, Jimin of BTS became the first South Korean soloist to debut at number 1 on the world's biggest music.
Okay. You see that song Flowers by Miley Cyrus? I haven't heard that song yet. Not on the radio, not on TikTok, nowhere. None. Because they labels pay for radio plays. That's why she's still up there. And I think she still is up there. I don't know. I haven't checked in a long time. But I think she's still up there. And Die for You, Kill Bill, Last Night, Taylor Swift. I don't listen. Only person I really listen to is Jimmy, The Weeknd. That's about it. Everybody else I never really listen to.
Chart, the Billboard Hot 100. His song Like Crazy became the 7th song ever by a Korean act to reach number 1. The other 6 songs are BTS's songs. So all of the Korean songs that reach number 1 are from BTS and BTS members only. Actually, all the songs from Asian artists that debuted at number 1 are from BTS and BTS members only. And believe it or not, this is extremely scary for the music industry. Since BTS entered the Hot 100's top 10 for the first time in 2018, the music industry has done everything in their power to prevent them from getting number 1 songs. But why does BTS keep succeeding despite literally being one of the most sabotaged artists in the industry? And why would all these music entities work together to harm one artist? Isn't this simply paranoia from BTS fans? The industry's actions say something very clear. BTS cannot be at the top, and they don't try to hide this anymore. Everyone can see the industry's obvious intentions by looking at the times they come up with a weird new rule that prevents BTS from succeeding in their charts. Just look at the latest one. Jimin's song Like Crazy got a number 1 in its first week, and it was predicted to stay in the top 10 for its second week. Jimin was achieving the same debut numbers of Olivia Rodrigo, but without the
Who?
industry support. And this obviously was not the industry's plan. So Billboard decided to change one specific rule that benefits Jimin, so him and only him can fall from the charts. Specific rule.
Well, Key. Okay. The radio. 0%. What the fuck? Um, they got 66% of sales. Yeah, Billboard tripping. They fucking tripping. Yeah, they tripping.
That benefits Jimin, so him and only him can fall from the charts, and the rest of it stays exactly the same. It's still unknown what Billboard did exactly to make the best-selling song of the week go from 100,000 sales to 14,000 sales. Maybe Billboard didn't just want Jimin to not be in the top 10, they wanted him to free fall. So why filter 60% of the song's sales so he can fall from the top 10 when you can cut 90% of the song's sales and make him have the biggest fall ever? Maybe they didn't just want to take his accomplishment away, they wanted to send a message. They wanted to show who is really in charge, not the fans consuming the music, but the industry itself. This is not the first time they've done this. Whenever they want a song to fall on the charts, they apply a new rule that applies to one artist, and then they forget about this rule for the following weeks until once again an artist they don't want to be at the top is at the top. So they apply one specific rule that can help them fall. Allegedly, of course, because the only explanation to delete 90% of a song's sales is for Luminate, which tracks these numbers, to track each payment by looking at IP address.
Yeah, a lot of people. A lot of people probably using the same email or different
and
emails.
credit card information, and that's illegal, and Billboard would never, of course. So why would the whole industry go out of their ways to prevent one artist from succeeding? BTS's biggest advantage and disadvantage is that they are successful without the industry's support, and the industry has built an environment where you can only win if you accept to play the industry's game. In other words, the industry chooses its winners from the very beginning and sabotages other players who find alternative ways to defeat others at their own game. I would say that the biggest artists who do this are BTS, and it's because of ARMY's power. BTS is not simply a one-hit artist, they
Nope.
are at the core of pop culture. And
Yep.
they did this without industry support. Not
Yep.
the K-pop industry support, not the Western industry support. BTS were able to get to the top of the music industry without the music industry making a profit out of them. That's why BTS are a problem. That's what the industry cannot stand. Just compare Psy's situation with BTS's situation. When Gangnam Style by Psy became globally popular, the music industry was not afraid of a Korean singer becoming popular in the West because everyone assumed it was a one-time thing. But when BTS became globally popular, the story was different. The Western industry was first okay with them being a one-hit artist. They were fine with BTS being the weird phenomenon that people will grow out of after some time. But when they didn't disappear and they actually started defeating Western artists, the music industry got worried.
When I first heard something Korean had exploded in America, I got worried.
The entertainment industry is usually happy to celebrate international and independent artists and scream diversity as long as one, it's a one-time thing, or two, artists obey the industry's rules and give the industry some profit. The Oscars were fine celebrating Bong Joon-ho's movie because even though they don't profit from the movie's success, at least Bong Joon-ho is not an artist releasing multiple successful projects a year. Parasite was a one-time thing that indirectly could help his other movies from America.
Haven't seen none of them. That on Netflix? I must got a different Netflix account.
American production companies. The Emmys were happy giving Squid Games multiple awards because at least the show was being produced by Netflix and the actors were happy to accept offers from the Western industry. In other words, the Western industry got benefits from the success of a foreign series, so it was fine to celebrate them. Everything Everywhere All at Once was highly celebrated by the industry, but at the end of the day, it's an American movie by American directors, American writers, and American production companies. In the end, the movie's success is the American industry's profit. But singers are different because they constantly release music and their success can become constant support from fans. So an artist's success can rely on the fans more than it relies on the industry itself. And that is not something the industry wants. This is why a song like Despacito, which was already the most popular song worldwide before the Justin Bieber feature, was not recognized at all by Billboard or any other entity from the American music industry. They only accepted the song as a global success when Justin Bieber and his American label were involved and making a profit.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. Last year, Bad Baby, not Bad Baby, Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny was making noise. But none of his songs was sticking at the top. How he made $400 million in concert tickets on Spotify broke the records. But Billboard put one of his songs up there on the Billboard. Then a week later, took it off like Jimmy. Billboard, what you got against of artists? I understand they don't play by your rules, but the numbers are there. I know sometimes numbers can lie, but the numbers was fucking there. The numbers was fucking there. BTS, the numbers was there. Y'all some hating ass people. Whoever will be in the back office of Billboard. Y'all some ass people.
Profit out of it. This is why the Billboard Music Awards were happy to invite Psy to their ceremony, but they never gave Gangnam Style, the biggest song of the year, a number one.
what the? I don't want to cuss. I don't want to cuss. I remember when this song came out. Everybody and their mamas and daddies and grandmas and grandpas were doing in their dance. Still didn't give award number one? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Factors prevented Psy from achieving this. To start, Psy never left his Korean company to fully sign with an American label, so his music never got proper industry support. Also, at the time, Billboard didn't count YouTube views as streams, making it obvious how the charts didn't
4.7. 10 years ago. I love it. Oh, yeah.
reflect what the public was actually listening to. Even to this day, and with many chart adjustments, the Billboard charts are just a reflection of the artists the industry wanted to succeed from the very beginning. Of course, there are exceptions like Gangnam Style, Old Town Road, and some organic TikTok hits, but how far they go and how far they'll keep being recognized depends on the artist's willingness to shake hands with industry people. And again, they don't care if you're a foreign artist, as long as they get to make a profit out of you. But if you don't comply with them, you will get your moment of fame and then be completely shut down from the music industry. Here's how they do it.
Every time I work, every time I run, every time I move.
The industry endorses its own artists on streaming platforms like Spotify by applying multiple subtle methods. One way is by putting the artist's desire to succeed at the best spots of curated playlists. The biggest one is the Today's Top Hits playlist, which doesn't actually show today's top hits. That it's the ugly, colorless Top 50 playlist. Today's Top Hits is what Spotify wants to be the top hits. Millions of streams from the general public come from this playlist, so being a part of it, it's a vital part of a song's promotion. Spotify says that they decide which artists get to be at the top of the playlist or at the cover based on their intuition and expertise in music trends.
I ain't gonna lie to you. No hate to Cora LeRae. What the fuck she on the damn list? I don't know. What the fuck? I'm sorry for cussing, but this shit kind of pissing me off. I understand The Weeknd and Miley Cyrus. Boys are liars. Throw that shit out. Coi Leray, throw that shit out. Throw them off the list, please.
Playlist or at the cover based on their intuition and expertise in music trends. But many find these arbitrary decisions suspicious, since Spotify loves giving this special treatment to certain artists from certain labels. To think that artists from certain powerful labels are paying their way to the cover of this playlist may not be a crazy thing to think. Spotify also takes advantage of the automatic autoplay feature. When you stop listening to an album you like, they will immediately play you a song they want you to stream. More recently, Spotify updated their homepage to a TikTok-like feed that lets you scroll down endlessly with songs and music videos being automatically played. So while some artists get millions of streams added because of passive streams from curated playlists and the accidental streams from the autoplay feature, BTS get millions of streams deleted because fandom behavior of willingly listening to a song every day is considered bot behavior. So if you compare BTS's unfiltered streams with their filter streams, you will find out that they are the ones with the highest rate of filter streams. Their streams
Look, what's she say? Bot behavior. So every song is okay. You called me a bot. The music business. Spotify. You calling me a bot? Can I listen to the same song every day? The song good. I kid you not. I listen to the same people all the time. All the time. Drake, BTS, Stray Kids. Who else? Pop Smoke, NBA Youngboy. I listen to them people songs non-stop. So you call me a bot. Get the fuck out of here.
bot behavior. So if you compare BTS's unfiltered streams with their filter streams, you will find out that they are the ones with the highest rate of filter streams. Their streams get deleted more than any other artist. There are even days when their streams are cut in half. But Spotify is not the only platform doing this. Some of BTS's biggest waves of new fans came from YouTube. Their music videos get so many views that BTS started breaking every YouTube record imaginable, time and time again. So every time BTS broke a record, YouTube changed their algorithm to find ways to delete what they say are inorganic views. But it's pretty clear that their algorithms never worked properly. That's why they keep changing it every time BTS gets a new record. So just to talk about the latest YouTube algorithm change, I'm going to talk about the most successful music videos from a Korean act so far this year.
Okay, wait for a minute. Wait. I will let you finish. Hold up. Okay, when BTS come back together in 2025, 2026, they go break YouTube. I 100% they go break YouTube. They go break fucking YouTube. I think they go get like 200 million views within an hour. Maybe 300 million views within the first hour. Mark my words.
According to YouTube, it's this video. But according to the massive wave of new BTS fans you can find on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube itself, it's On the Street by J-Hope of BTS featuring J. Cole and Like Crazy by Jimin of BTS. But both of these videos get millions of views deleted every day. It's common for YouTube to do this in the first 24 hours with every music video, since it's the day they get the most views. As days pass, fans stop mass streaming and YouTube stops deleting views. But this is BTS, so YouTube is still deleting their music video views.
Yo, they deleted 794,000 views today, man. We are not.
Today, weeks after they were released. You may still think that YouTube is just deleting fake views, but it's simply impossible for a random Jimin interview to get more views in its first hours than an official and anticipated Jimin music video. It's not crazy to believe that YouTube disproportionately deletes views on BTS's music videos specifically. Let's be logical for a second. These K-pop acts are not bigger than BTS, and that's okay. But it's not okay for BTS to get their views deleted every yes. And that's okay. But it's not okay for BTS to get their views deleted every hour, while these other microscopical songs get views added because people are forced to stream their music videos as YouTube ads. On the other hand, because of these two videos, BTS recently received one of its biggest waves of new fans, probably the biggest since 2021. Yet YouTube wants us to believe that these are the real numbers.
Global takeover group BTS in the studio. There they are.
Probably the most fraudulent practice in the music industry is giving radio importance. At least with streaming platforms, there is this sense of autonomy. Streaming platforms may choose the artists they want to be at the top. They may recommend you their songs and music videos time and time.
Low key, Billboard didn't take that radio shit out. They didn't take that radio shit out because we got our phones now. We got our phones now. We can just hook our phone up to the fucking radio or Bluetooth. If you got a new car. Well, they gotta keep it radio in. But okay. No, they don't gotta keep it radio in. Okay, they can still keep the radio in. But on the Billboard list, take that shit out. Cause niggas niggas paying y'all money to play this shit over and over again. So like that's unfair. Let people call in a request or something without the labels. Hey, we give y'all $2 million to play the song over and over again. So like, and like, ain't no way somebody go keep calling. Hey, play that same song again. Play that. Ain't no way nobody doing that shit. No way.
Again, they may even steal a stream from you because of their autoplay features and paid ads. But at least there are ways to fight this. Armies may not get BTS ads and recommendations, but they can look for the songs and videos themselves. Armies may not get all of their streams content, but at least the industry recognizes about half of them. But what has no solution except to pay is radio. Radio mysteriously chooses certain songs to get played and stays with those, giving them millions of radio spins and points to music charts that will give them a number one. But here you have Jimin of BTS, who has a number one song and millions of radio play requests by fans and still receives 0 points from radio. And this is not even
I fucking guessed it.
request by fans and still receives 0 points.
I guessed it. I guessed it.
From radio. And this is not even a crazy foreign song that the American general public may reject. This is a mainstream yet nicely produced pop song in English. But this is just reality. It was not in the industry's plans or in their best interest to make Like Crazy popular. So when it happened, they once again pretended like BTS doesn't exist and continue sabotaging their songs. Life Goes On was another radio-friendly song by BTS that got a number one on the Hot 100, but they received a total of 6 spins on US radio. That's 0 points for music.
I hope that's a lie. I hope that's a lie. 6 spins. Is that a lot of spins or a less spins? Okay, if that means 6 plays, the Army gotta get together and go to the Billboards. We need to go to the Billboard Awards. We need to. We all need to get together. It's too many of us. We need to all get together and go to the Billboard Awards. Cause that shit ain't right. That shit ain't right.
Charts. Dynamite and Butter were number one songs in English by BTS that were played on the radio to an extent, but the number of spins were not enough to maintain their number one position. They were only able to stay on the top of the charts because people were streaming and buying their songs. That is the main difference with BTS's songs and the industry songs. If you take the millions of radio spins from the majority of the industry's promoted songs, they wouldn't only have bigger falls than BTS. They would simply not be in the chart at all. This is how the industry chooses their success stories from the very beginning. Mass radio play makes a song debut. Industry chooses
Pay for play was banned from radio, but tests reveal it may still be true. I knew they were doing shit. The American labels, they slick. They fucking slick, okay? They fucking slick. You know they gonna still do it. It may be banned. Weed banned. Not banned, but illegal in some place, but people still do it. People still do shit under the table. They don't care if it's banned. They go do it.
Chooses their success stories from the very beginning. Mass radio play makes a song debut look more successful than what it actually is, and therefore it misleads and attracts the general public. If this doesn't work and the general public still rejects the song, the industry doesn't give up. Mass radio play makes an unsuccessful song stay in the charts with minimal sales and streams from real people. While this happens, songs like Jimin's, which literally got a number one and and millions of people streaming and buying will still not receive any radio spins. Radio doesn't care about how radio-friendly the song is. They don't care about the millions of faithful listeners they will get if they play BTS music. They don't care about the most requested songs. The industry's plans are the industry's plans.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no.
The reason why many talk about the industry as a whole is because all of these music entities are interconnected one way or another. Artists and their labels know that being on the Billboard charts gives the illusion that the general public is listening to a song. And to get a #1 song on this chart, you need streams, sales, and radio play. So music labels, allegedly, pay for all of this radio play, fraudulent streams, and media play because they can be an investment for future real sales and streams. This can be an investment for real popularity and real listeners. If all of these investments fail to convince the general public and the label is bold enough, they will continue paying for these tactics to stay on the charts while no real people are streaming or buying the song. These failed industry promoted songs that
Miley
no one is
Cyrus.
listening to will then be nominated for Grammys with the excuse that they care about quality and not popularity. These Grammys will then elevate the artist and the music label's reputation, and then they will get more money invested in them. This money will then be used to buy media play, radio play, streams, and the circle continues. If a massively promoted song or album is successful, the artist may get their investment money back, as well as the obvious Grammys. This will give the artist the most important factor to make money: reputation. Allegedly, music labels pay way more money to streaming platforms for promotion than they receive from streams. The money paid for radio spins can go from thousands of dollars to multi-million-dollar settlements. And getting this investment back as sales is not as common because buying music is not a popular enough practice amongst the general public. Musicians rarely make profit from their music. They earn money from advances, merchandise, royalties, licensing fees, and concerts.
Yep.
That's why that #1 is so important. That's why
So you're telling me
many would rather not make any profits now and get a Grammy later. It's like being influencers. Their actual content may not make a lot of profit, but the reputation and popularity of their name can get them fashion deals, commercials, and a time slot in a music festival. These are only examples, of course. There are many variables and outcomes. Sometimes artists invest in radio play and end up making a lot more money from sales or concerts. Sometimes an artist has a good relationship with the industry for years, and then they stop shaking hands with industry people and they receive 0 Grammy nominations for an extremely popular, critically acclaimed album. When it comes to BTS, the Western industry's main interest is ratings and social media engagement because that is direct money for the Western industry. BTS's 5 Grammy nominations are historic for a number of reasons, but their lack of wins show the obvious message the Grammys are trying to send them. You can't be invited so we have the ratings, but you are not our friends, so you won't win. In the end, the industry has the first and last say, and this doesn't only happen in the Western music industry. You won't believe how much the South Korean music industry tries to sabotage the only artist capable of bringing billions of dollars to their economy.
the biggest boy band in the world is joining the mid-tech. Members of K-pop phenomenon BTS will be releasing South Korea 1-3 probably known, which requires all bodies to serve at least 18 months. The impact of BTS so we like to have common countries. Does BTS think they making South Korean $4 billion a year? Damn.
Again, this is because BTS are not part of their elite. The 3 major music labels in South Korea control the entertainment industry. They have enough power to blacklist artists from independent labels like BTS and make the media downplay their achievements. There isn't a common practice of
Say it again.
may have elite, the 3 members to their economy. Again, this is because BTS are not part of their elite. The 3 major music labels in South Korea control the entertainment industry. They have enough power to blacklist artists from independent labels like BTS and make the media downplay their achievements. There isn't a common practice of deleting sales like in American music charts, but what they would do is freeze the charts and then apologize for a technical error, so millions of BTS sales are not counted once again. This is how the different music entities inside each music industry are interconnected. They need one another to function. Sometimes they are one and the same. If you thought Billboard and Rolling Stone were at some point competing for who has the best charts, think about how they are both owned by Banks Media Corporation, which also owns Variety, Deadline, The Hollywood Reporter, and an interest in music business worldwide. So if BTS is still the biggest group in the world, but they don't have a good relationship with the music industry, here you will have Guess Who, Billboard, Rolling Stone, Variety, and The Hollywood Reporter making a profit out of BTS by selling exclusive photo shoots while at the same time writing negative articles undermining their success. This person said something interesting. Billboard is nothing but an ad-selling business, the literal definition of a billboard. So why are you surprised the artists Billboard promoted since day one end up succeeding in the Billboard charts? Like I said, there are not many artists that make money from their music, but music sales are still an important factor to get a #1 song or album, so they will digitally sell their songs for cents and their albums for only a couple of dollars. This makes a lot of points for charts, but not so much money for the artist. They will also do the classic bundle album sales by selling concert tickets and different kinds of merch like t-shirts, socks, underwear, cups, lollipops, energy drinks, and even condoms, along with a copy of their album. Charts will then count these merch sales as album sales. However, BTS's main strategy to get their #1 albums and songs is to focus on music sales, real sales. BTS has never bundled their albums with any kind of merchandise or concert tickets. Their biggest sin, which the industry loves to point out, is the fact that they release a maximum of 4 versions of an album, but these were only special occasions. The norm for BTS is to release 2 versions of an album, something completely harmless if you compare it to the insane sales tactics by other music labels. Fans being encouraged to buy 2 or 4 versions of the same album because they come with a unique photo card is nothing compared to K-pop singers releasing 7 or 13 versions of the same album. BTS's 2 or 4 versions of an album don't have the purpose to maximize album sales, or they would be way cheaper. BTS's album versions are intended to actually make money, and their number of versions usually has something to do with the album's concept. If they think one version of an album is enough to capture the album's concept, then they will release only one version. If the album's concept works better in 2 opposite works, then they release 2 versions. It's as simple as that. Another common practice to maximize sales is to release remixes of a song. All of these remixes, sales, and streams will be combined and help the main song climb in music charts. BTS very occasionally releases multiple remixes of a song, and ARMYs buy these remixes to help BTS stay on the charts, since they receive literally 0 points from radio and their streams are cut in half. But while BTS is being criticized by the industry for this remix tactic, other artists are celebrated and called smart and iconic for doing exactly the same. The industry and multiple fandoms think they are doing something by accusing ARMYs of mass buying BTS albums and songs, without realizing that by doing so, they are admitting that the quote-unquote organic hits from the charts are there with industry support and not fandom support. The industry and multiple fandoms criticize and laugh at BTS for not having radio points, when they have no control over that. They will have to pay for that just like every other artist is doing. The industry and multiple fandoms criticize and laugh at ARMYs for mass buying, when all they're doing is balance the unfair treatment by the industry. If BTS is not willing to pay for radio, which is illegal, or pay for playlisting in streaming platforms, then ARMYs will buy every copy of BTS music available. BTS depends on their fandom and their fandom only. That's what terrifies the industry. BTS are able to stay on the charts while actually making money from their music. That money goes to the BTS members and their Korean label, while the Western music industry receives nothing. Even the distribution deal BTS has with an American label benefits BTS more than it benefits the American label, so the label prioritizes their actual signed artists and dismisses BTS. That's what makes the industry mad. That's why the industry has ridiculed them so much that fandoms have convinced themselves that BTS are the corrupt ones instead of being the against all odds winners in a corrupt industry. And this is beyond the industry being petty. Other fandoms are convinced that the general public's support is better than fandom support, because that is, according to the industry, organic success. But as you can see, there is nothing organic about these tactics. There is nothing organic about an industry choosing its own success stories and sabotaging the ones overcoming their unfair obstacles. What is organic is having a fan base of real people actually buying and streaming the music. You can see these millions of real people in sold-out stadium tours, something that the majority of the number one artists and quote-unquote million sellers cannot accomplish. The general public may be tricked into streaming a song. They may follow a music trend on TikTok, but they are not always willing to buy expensive concert tickets. The general public moves on and forgets, but an army of fans is able to make an album or song successful without the artist paying for industry support. Real organic success is when an artist transforms the general public into fans, and that's what BTS does with every release. The fandom's numbers only go up. This is clearly reflected in the percentage of fans who consider themselves only ARMY. The majority of BTS fans are not K-pop fans. The majority of BTS fans are part of the general public. And this is easily understandable when you look at the fandom's waves of new fans and realize that they have nothing to do with K-pop and everything to do with BTS's performance. So why would an artist prefer the momentary passive support from the general public when they could have the constant active support from a fandom? Why would artists prefer a theater or arena concert with people who only know their one or two TikTok hits instead of a sold-out stadium with people who know all of their songs? Why is constantly convincing the general public to be your fan not organic success?
I know I had to know, yeah.
I think it's very hypocritical for fandoms to cry about how the charts have no meaning anymore every time BTS gets a number one. Yet they love celebrating the number ones from other artists who got there with weird tactics, to say the least. If now anyone can fool the charts and what BTS is doing is so easy, then why aren't more artists getting number ones only with sales? Why are the charts irrelevant only when BTS succeeds in them? And don't get me wrong, the charts are obviously corrupt. The obvious message they try to send every time BTS gets a number one shows how aware they are of their corruption. The obvious humiliation from the industry's actions and media articles show how the industry doesn't care at all about their little mafia getting exposed. They don't care because they know that the general public will keep falling for their tactics. The general public will still believe that a song they don't even like is organically successful because they've listened to it on the radio hundreds of times. The general public will still believe that their accidental monthly stream in Spotify doesn't count much. Fandoms will still believe that what's best for their favorite artist is the industry and the general public support, rather than their own fandom buying the music and concert tickets. But every time ARMY helps BTS succeed in the same music industries that sabotage them, they prove a point. And no matter what the industry does, BTS will make money with no American music label in between, and not shaking hands with industry people. No matter what the industry does, BTS will continue having the fandom support others fail to conquer.
Okay, my thoughts. I think the artists in America, they really they don't got fans really. If they did, their music videos and shit would get like 5 million views within an hour. And it don't. It take 1 or 2 days till they hit 1 mil. It depends. Like Taylor Swift, of course. Beyonce, of course. Um, that's that's about it, really. Them two females artists, cause they do pop. So like Taylor Swift, she broke records and stuff, and all the and Beyonce, she going on tour, and Taylor Swift going on tour. It just they don't got after after them two people I just named, the artists of America people really don't got fans like that, and that's crazy. Nicki Minaj, okay, she got a fandom. Taylor Swift got a fandom. Beyonce got a fandom. But everybody else don't got a fandom. It's just, yeah, I listen to Drake time to time. Yeah, I watch his video when he dropped. But I'm not, oh my God, Drake. They don't really got fans like that. And BTS, if BTS did pay for view on radio play, I hope they never do. But if they did, the labels and shit like they go change it again. Like, well, BTS be playing for radio play. Like, BTS can never win. They can never win. Cause they try to do something, like she said, they go change something. So we don't use radio plays no more. Oh, why? Cause BTS doing? Okay, if they don't do it, oh, we using radio play. If you don't get radio play, your song's not good enough. Like, so they really don't like BTS. And I was thinking, I know it's just my thoughts, and it's just my thoughts. Imagine like Twice and BTS made a song, right? Like a collab. And imagine Stray Kids and BTS made a song or made an album together. It just my the imagination. I wish that will break the internet. I would love to see it, but it probably will never happen. But I will. That shit would be amazing. God, cause the groups don't collab unless they do solos. Like we seen Taeyang and Lisa. That did numbers, no, but not Billboard numbers. Like imagine like the K-pop groups that popping, that doing good, like Stray Kids, Twice, ATEEZ, 17 collab with BTS. The Billboard wouldn't have no choice to put them on the Billboard. And if people are calling in from 17 fan base or BTS fan base calling the radio, put this song on radio, put this song on radio, and they end up doing it, then the Billboard gonna be they ain't gonna be terrified. They'll be in a panic mode. They gonna be in a panic mode if the groups come together and make songs together. They gonna be in a panic mode. Cause BTS Army, it's an army. It's got like 20 million of them, counting me. It got 17 fandom, ATEEZ fandom, 17 fandom, TST fandom. And like some of them groups made a song together or album together. Yeah, they could probably go sell like 200 million copies within a day. But I I really want to say, why the labels don't say nothing? Like the Korean labels, it don't feel like they don't help. I just thought like, okay, if the Billboard doing all this shit, why the labels in South Korea don't say nothing? Cause if they say something, cause you gotta think about it. We can say everything we want. The billboards just go look like they fans. They don't know what they're talking about. But the labels of South Korean stand up and protect their guys and girls, maybe something will change. But I feel like the armies and the fandom, they doing all the work. And the labels just like, what we gonna do? Y'all can do something. Y'all can fight for y'all groups. Okay? It like you gotta be realistic. They songs do fucking numbers. Music videos, sales, concerts, do sales. That should have their songs should be on the fucking Billboard. Every group, ATs, 17, they songs should be on Billboard. Fuck radio play. If we talking about sales and people listening to it, oh yes. So I feel like they labels not fighting hard enough. The fans are fighting, but you gotta understand, the Billboard and labels look at the fans like, they just come up with ideas in their head. But if the labels stand on their 10 toes to say the Billboard's not give us enough credit, maybe something will change. Cause I love this video, by the way. Love this video. Fans can do so much. We can push. But if we pushing and the Korean label pushing and the artists push, cause the music business and the labels and billboards and YouTube, they see their faces. Cause they be signing endorsement deals, brand ambassadors with Louis Vuitton, Hyundai. They know who the fuck they are. So the labels need to, like, we can be mad at American artists, right? But in realistic, they labels helping them. Their labels are helping them. What are the Korean labels doing? The job ain't done yet. You gotta still help these guys. Yeah, it's like, oh, they produce their own songs. That's fucking amazing. But what are you doing? Cause without BTS, you won't have a fucking label. Without 17 and Twice, I haven't heard none of their songs yet, but I seen them a lot. And all the groups, you definitely won't have no label without BTS. You wouldn't. So help your guys out. Like, come on, help your guys out. Help. Like, once they come back, please do something. You don't gotta pay for no radio plays. You do not gotta pay, but at least stand up for you guys. Stand up. That's all I'm saying. That's all we saying. They got the army. And we need the labels. I ain't talking about American labels. I'm talking about Korean labels. They need to stand up and do something. Because we can be mad and hate how the Billboard trend BTS. But in reality, the labels of South Korea need to do something. You don't got to pay for anything. Just stand on your 10 toes. Because that's what American labels doing. Like, because you got to think about it. Y'all ain't paying. We ain't paying for the labels. Ain't gonna be paying for fans because you already got the army. So check. Only thing the labels need to do to make sure they get treated right. But the American artists, they got fans, but majority of their help come from the labels. So they depend on the label. That I want this contract from the label. They depend like 80% on the label to do their dirty work. But BTS is already past them 80% of the army. If the label help BTS, that's 100%, and they win. They win every time. They win every fucking time. And that's what I'm saying. BTS, they got the army. We the army. I'm the baby army. Baby army. The army, they already got the fans. They got that down path. They got that 100%. They got that shit locked. Just need their labels to do more pushing. Do more pushing. If I was a label and my people were not getting treated right, I would be fucking mad. I would be heated. Like, oh nah, y'all gonna give us our damn respect. I don't care if the people buy the same album 20 times. Who else doing that? Nobody else. Nobody. So I would be fucking heated. And I'm getting hot. It's fucking hot in here. Jesus Christ. I need some water. This video made me mad. I'll see y'all in the next one.